The reason we started Max was to provide young athletes, as far as down as junior high, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, provide them with the expertise that I've been able to garner over the past 30 years. Both my experiences, my competitions, and my work at YSU, and along with my staff, has made us uniquely qualified to provide the best information available, the best programming available for any young athlete. Expert coaching is what we bring to a parent and their young athlete to maximize strength, speed, power output, and more importantly, safety, both in the facility when they're doing the various exercises and when they're on the field and at practice and in games. Well, injury prevention is the main goal of any strength and conditioning coach. At least it should be. And that's developed, and that prevention of the injury is worked on in the facility through various strength training methods. An athlete could be strong or fast or both, but if they're injured and they can't play, it doesn't do them much good now, does it? I think the biggest change we see in our athletes is their overall health and general well-being. They feel better a month or two after they train with us. Many facilities or places or programs that they currently may be using will leave them stiff or sore from their workouts. The local high school coaches in this area, as we know, are excellent. In all sports, we bring home state titles here in the Valley on a regular basis. The dilemma that coaches face, however, is time and resources. They don't have a lot of either. And because of that, they can't spend as much time with each individual athlete as they would like to. That's where we come in, because we could do that here. Yeah, every athlete that comes in gets an evaluation. We check their mobility, their flexibility, their strength levels in various ways. And then from there, we could determine a good starting point for them so that we can design a program specifically for them in their sport. You know, we'll do an overhead squat to make sure that their flexibility is where it needs to be, or look for muscle imbalances, which could potentially, you know, lead to injury down the road. One muscle being stronger than the other, one muscle being looser or tighter than the other in the front of the body or the back of the body. That's typically what causes injuries. Well, we certainly do lift weights there, and we lift a lot of them. But it's just one tool in our bag that we use. I often like to give the analogy that if you were to build a house, you can't do it with just a hammer. You need the nails, and you need the concrete, and you need the cement, and all that other stuff. We have all the tools here, and more importantly, we do them in the proper order. Well, you have to build a foundation first, obviously, before you can hang the drapes. So, you know, we understand that. We don't rush kids through a program, and, you know, after our assessment, we could tell how far they have to go and design a program accordingly. We implement all types of training. I mean, our system is based off of the Russian model. And the Russians, back in the day, were the world's strongest people, still are, and the Bulgarians as well. But we don't teach just powerlifting here. But we do use powerlifting to make our kids stronger. We have Olympic weights that are used in the Olympics, and we teach those lifts, but we're not here to create Olympic lifters. We have cones, we have ladders, we have bands, but that's not all we do. We mix these together in the proper way, the proper formula to maximize a young person's potential. If an adult's serious about getting in shape, this is the only place to come in the area, quite frankly. There are many, many general fitness facilities where you could walk on a treadmill and watch TV. That's not what we do here. We are a serious facility. It's a special type of person that wants to train here, and it's an elite facility. And we don't need thousands and thousands of people to be here to be successful. We want 200 or 300 that want to be the best they could be. And by working out and training with like-minded individuals, they will reach their goals out much quicker. Yeah, we work with a lot of golfers. As a matter of fact, when the fathers bring their children in and their kids in for training, they watch what we do. And then we always get the question, hey, can you help my backswing? Or can you help me loosen up my hips? And of course the answer is yes. And many fathers train along with the kids. While we're working with the kids, they'll be doing some stretching or foam rolling that we teach them. And instead of spending $500 on a new driver to gain an extra 5 yards on the golf course, they could use the time here and achieve better results just by becoming a better athlete. We do individual training and we do small group training. There are some individuals who like to work alone, and we allow them to do that. But we find that many people would prefer to work with a small group of people with similar goals, so they could push each other and have a little bit of fun in between exercises. It's definitely more cost effective than going one-on-one with an individual. Well, if you just want to get in shape, there's many places you could go do that. And if that's your goal, I would probably say that we probably don't want you here. We want people that have a passion to get better, that it's not something that they want, but something that they need. And those are the people we're looking for.